No, not that. So today I thought I'd play a little bit of the new Yakuza demo, the one that came out. Video games are not productive at all. The one that came out a few days ago, and it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people know about or have a good grasp on the new Yakuza game. I think a lot of people are really confused by it. And the closest press that I've seen of the new Yakuza game so far has been this Kotaku article that says that it's basically a Left 4 Dead ripoff, which I don't believe it is. So before I start, let me start by saying I want to thank Aussie from last night, who helped me out trying to get the audio to work, because this is the first time I've streamed that I don't hear my voice in my headset while I am streaming, and before that really tripped me up, and getting that to work. And I don't even know how it's working right now. It's just magic. Also, this is I am limited by the setup I have, so I'm going to be really upfront. I'm going to be upfront about this. I'm recording in not in high definition, and so this is standard definition, and it's going to look kind of crappy, but you got to work with what you have and whatnot. So I want to point out one thing about this new Yakuza game that I think is kind of interesting, and I think where a lot of the confusion comes in. This is not Yakuza 5. I think a lot of people are thinking that this is a productive entry into the series that's like worthy of a number, but it's not. It is so clearly, if the demo is any indication of the final product, this is so clearly a side game. It's not even funny. I think a lot of people don't have a good grasp on this series in terms of what exactly it is. What I mean by that is that it kind of shares a problem that the Resident Evil series kind of has over here in America, as the series over in Japan is called Biohazard, and that's a more versatile title than Resident Evil. So this game series is not called Yakuza in Japan. It roughly translates in Japanese to Like a Dragon, which is a far more versatile name for a franchise. And I get the impression that a lot of people are looking at this and are like, well, zombies, what the fuck do zombies have to do with a Yakuza game? And that's not the point. You know, it deals with Yakuza people and characters still in the Japanese underworld and stuff like that. But it's a much broader name for a franchise, to say the least. This is also all in Japanese, so have fun trying to understand it. So much so that I don't think a lot of people realize that the first Yakuza game that was released on a high-definition console was not Yakuza 3, but it was a side game that took place in feudal Japan called Kenzan. And, you know, that kind of gives you an idea of the breadth of where this series can go. So I think a lot of people have this misconception and this idea that this new Yakuza game is this huge departure from the series, although, like, if this demo is any indication, a lot has stayed the same. Oh, that's going to be a YouTube video in the future. In Japan, people throw up in front of you at school. Yeah, this game is weird. Bron says this game is weird. Yeah, it gets weirder.
微熱ですよ。いいんですか、私倒れちゃっても。社長だけでうちの会社やってけます？
やってけないよね。
だったら自分の携帯くらい持ち歩いててください。
I like how they're speaking in Japanese, and even if
気
you
をつけます。
don't have a grasp on the language, you pretty much understand exactly what they're saying.
社長、
So these are two characters that are in Yakuza 4, from what I understand, and we don't know them yet because we have not played Yakuza 4 because that game has not been released yet. Okay. Here's the tutorial. Blah 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 blah. Go here. All right. So, oh wait, no, controls are not good. There we go. I think it defaults to inverted controls. So my first reaction from the Yakuza demo, again, is that it does not look very much different from the previous two entries. We're still using the same environment, more or less, and I was kind of like really freaked out by it because it was kind of like, well, it's kind of like enforces the idea that this is still a side game. At least Yakuza 4 tried to do something new with Yakuza, with the Yakuza 3 environment that it borrowed. It will not be a Yakuza game unless I run into people. But yeah, see, like everything kind of looks the same, and we'll get more into that. Ron says that this is not Yakuza 3. It's not Yakuza 3, but it's using the it's still using the definitely still using the same environment. JL is wondering when we're going to get to see the hot chicks. Yeah, just a second. We're going to go see some zombies first before we get to see the hot chicks. Oh, it's just a regular day. You're walking down the street, and then oh my God! God, if I had a nickel for every time I walked down the street and a person just crashed out a window, I'd have like no nickels. Yeah, let's all get closer to the corpse. Yeah, let's consider this normal. Let everyone get out of the way. Are you alright? Oh, he looks fine. God, just he just woke up too late, and now. Oh crap! I did not see that coming. You should pick up that gun. Yeah, let's talk to the zombie. That'll make sense. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, alright. Run. They just fell on it. Be careful, you're like just running around the street and then all of a sudden random zombies will just drop on you. Oh, damn it. It's like the Titanic! Let me through! Oh, man. Oh, this isn't good. Hey, dude, you got some
増えちゃってるよ。
some cream can clear that up.
穏便に話し合う気はないんだよね。
Like he's trying to talk them down.
絶対無理なんだよね。そしたら悪いけど、俺もこんなとこで死にたくないんだ。
All right. So here we go. This is the part of the game that I was really interested in, and how they were going to deal with gun combat. This Yakuza game is entirely focused on gun combat. It is not. There is some hand-to-hand, but it's very slight. And this is what I think what this game is trying to do. I think that gun combat has never been at Yakuza's forefront. And I think that for the future they're thinking down the line of how we can incorporate gun mechanics. And I think that this is like a first attempt. I feel like of the End is this first attempt to bring in gun mechanics into a Yakuza game. So this is the tutorial right here, and it's going to show some. It's going to just basically do some really basics. Success! All right. And this one now tells me to do L1 is reload. Twice. 3 times. And this next one, I believe, is... Yeah, this is R1. R1 is lock-on? Or something to that effect. And now it's just telling me to kill them all. Finish them off. Success! And we just scratched the surface on the gun combat. This demo is actually quite long and really gets into the meat of what they're trying to do with the gun gameplay and how they're trying to incorporate gun mechanics and at the same time keep the same type of style of Yakuza combat that we know, and that style is just batshit crazy, and we'll get into that in just a little bit later. Yo, I just shot up some zombies. Side-scroller asks, are there any other side activities like other Yakuza games? Absolutely, and that's the thing that really surprised me and what I was trying to talk about when I started up this. It's surprising how much has stayed the same, and I think that there's a lot of misconceptions online that this is a huge departure from the series. Some stuff is just, it looks literally carried over from Yakuza 3 and 4. So if you are still looking for side activities, then yeah, this game absolutely has side activities. I'm going to go back to his work. And of course, we get a text message with hearts in it, so you know where to go now. One thing that's kind of funny about this demo is that this is on the Japanese PSN. I'm playing it off of my US account, and for some reason the game knows like that I'm playing on American console, so it's usually with Japanese games, circle is